Good afternoon. This is a little video, probably unnecessary and I guess petty to even make in the first place. But I had a guy on Twitter that was adamant in his opinion that if you go offline, you cannot play single-player discs on PlayStation 4. And he was making a claim that PSN went down 2 months ago, and so nobody could play their games. I'm going to show you that's not true. And also a little secret about maybe how to share your digital games. So you're going to see in a moment, mine probably does something yours doesn't do. That when I go offline, because right now I'm online, I'm connected to PSN. You know, these are all my digital games. You're going to see when I go offline, a little lock is going to appear here, and I'm not going to be able to play my games. That does not prove his point. These are all digital games. I actually share my games with my nephew down in Texas. He's got my primary PS4. Now, you can only do that with somebody you really, really trust because they have your account on their machine. So when he logs in, it logs into his account. Mine is a secondary account on his machine, but it's logged in as the primary. So when I buy a game on this PlayStation, this is actually my secondary PlayStation up here in New York. When I bought Pumpkin Jack, I can go on the online app and do download. It downloads to his, because it only downloads to your primary PS4. So it'll actually download to his machine, or he can go and he has to log in on my account, which again, I trust him and that's fine. And he can go into my library and download any of my digital games and he can play them. If he gets logged off internet, he can actually still play them because it's my primary PS4. Here, you're going to see again that lock. If I go offline, that's a huge drawback. I cannot play my online games. So first, what I'm going to do is put the disc in so you can see I do in fact have a disc here. I've got Far Cry New Dawn. It's an okay game. I enjoyed it. I'm going to put it in my PlayStation. You can see there's no hokey. I'm not a trickster. There's no tricks going on. And you'll see it goes in. And I've got that. In fact, that's in his folder here. Far Cry New Dawn, because he plays it. And you can see right there. Boop. No tricks. My disc is in. Okay. I'm going to go online for my settings. And two things you've got to do to prove this working. Not only am I going to sign off online. Boop, no longer connected to the internet. Internet is off. I'm also going to log out of PSN because that's his point, that you have to, PSN is the verification process, that it always logs into PSN to verify if you own the game. And if it doesn't log into PSN, you cannot play your game. So I'm going to get out of there. And I believe account management. I will go to sign out. So it's not going to log in automatically. I'm now signed out. And I'll prove that again by you can look at my digital games here. Let's go look at Pumpkin Jack. Oh, I had the lock on the wrong side. I said it was over here. It's there. Pumpkin Jack, it's locked. Sign into the network. I'm not signed in now. Rain World was disappointed with this. Just bought Adventure Pails. It was worth the $3. You know, so I've got my digital games here. Can't play any of them. I have a lot of digital games. But, lo and behold, no lock on the disc version of Far Cry New Dawn. Let's fire it up and see if it works. Fortunately, I did pick a game with long loads. Now, I'm not claiming that everything works. I don't know why you'd want to play in this mode, why you'd be offline, but I did move. And when I moved, I didn't have internet for 5 or 6 days before Spectrum came and hooked us all up. I played my PlayStation for those 6 days. I couldn't play my digital games. In fact, actually I did, because I had my primary, a PS4 at the time. And I did. I played my games. I played my digital games. I played the DVD player, the Blu-ray player. So it's an absurd thing to say if you're offline, nothing works. I do know the Xbox, you need to log on your first time when you're doing your setup. And then I believe on the Xbox, even after that, you can keep playing. You could also not install firmware. Now you're going to miss out on multiplayer. Games like The Division or Overwatch, where it's an online game, obviously that's not going to work. You're not going to get on and play, I almost said EverQuest. That's dating my multiplayer game experience. But yeah, you're not going to get on and play an online multiplayer game. You're not going to get on and play DC Superheroes online, multiverse there. Okay, I'm hitting X to start. It even says logging in. I mean, Ubisoft is a very online, they've always got that Ubisoft account. I'm going to hit continue. Now, again, no one could join me. You know, this is a game that I do like for co-op. Someone can join me and play the missions with me. Obviously, no one can join me now. I'm not going to update patches. I'm not going to be able to access the store. But no one's made that claim that all that works. It's simply saying discs still work. The verification is on the disc. The verification is not PSN. It's not logging into PSN to make sure that I own this disc. You could buy a PS4 out of the box, take it to Antarctica, never connect to the internet. And as far as I know, again, all those games without a super multiplayer component would work. Like Madden, you could probably play single player Madden games. The only caveat to that could be maybe a game comes out now in 2022 that needs, see, the game's working. I'm going to exit vehicle. I can't see because I'm looking through a camera thing here, but yep, boom, 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 shoot. Oh, well, I threw a grenade. That's, one-handed, left-handed playing is not good. But the game's working fine. So yes, I'm going to quit out of this now. Close application. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't log back in because if I do try to log back in now, I believe it'll ask for my password. And I ain't showing y'all my password. But you can see network. I will reconnect to the internet. Login settings. I didn't think I need to turn that one off actually, but yeah, and then account management. I think it'll ask. I'm going to say sign in, but I think it'll ask for my password.